All right, we're here in Jerez, Spain at a GP circuit here, fabulous track on Ducati's new Panigale V2. It's essentially a Ducati 959, but some significant upgrades that are really worth the changes. First of all, what you're facing, a TFT dash, really nice, easy to read, gear position indicator, all very user-friendly. Still got the same basic suspension, Showa BPF fork. What you'll notice most, though, is the new styling. They brought new Panigale styling to this model. I think it looks very sexy. Love the see-through tail here and the rear light. New side fairings say it keeps a little bit of heat off the rider, which is appreciated. A 955cc V-twin, L-twin, whatever you want to call it, 155 horsepower. So it's not quite up to 1000cc four-cylinder power. But at a racetrack like this, you're not going slow. I saw 250 kilometers an hour on the back straight, which 140 some miles an hour, so it's not a slow bike. Two things that I really like about it. One, they took the old 1299 single-sided swing arm and put it on this, and that really adds a styling element. And the other is the 6-axis IMU. So we've got top-shelf electronic rider aids now. Quick shifter, of course, now downshift as well as upshift. And the traction control is the Evo 2 model or mode, I think. The traction control is dynamite. You can feel the rear end slide out, but it keeps everything in line. You can really hammer on the gas coming out of corners and feel the rear tire squirm, but it never gets out of control. Engine brake control too. So if you like not a lot of engine braking, like a two-stroke, you can dial that down. That's really nice to modify it to your taste. Cornering ABS now, also linked to the 6-axis IMU. 3 modes. The most racy mode disengages the rear ABS, keeps the front on only, and so you can get hard on the brakes and lift the back end up if that's as hard as you want to brake, and it still has some ABS control. What I like about this bike is that you can really get on the throttle. Some of the bigger, faster machines, you're on the throttle only for a second or two before you got to brake again. And this is a really fun bike. It's fast, and yet it's really rider friendly. You can adjust the electronics. If you're a newer track rider, you can have easy fun on it with the electronics dialed up. And if you're an expert rider, you can dial them way down and have a really racy machine. So 155 horsepower, it's pretty fast, it's not super fast. At the end of the straightaway, we got the Brembo M432 brakes. They're not quite up to the M50s or the Stylema brakes, but for as fast as this goes, I'd say they're perfectly adequate, and I had never had any problem with them. The frame feels really stiff. You can really crank it in some of the transitions, and the bike stays planted right underneath you. It's a really friendly machine to rip around the racetrack. So it's a better 959. It's a way more stylish 959. Also kind of a premium model. $17,500 in the US, which is kind of pricey, but it's a Ducati and it's got all the latest rider aids. I don't know, I think if you're like the looks of this bike, you're gonna be really happy riding it.